Here in Tucson, there is no shortage of great hiking trails, and the great weather and surrounding mountains ensure that hiking is an incredibly popular activity. There are few places as popular as the Seven Falls Trail in Sabino Canyon.
This is always a pretty busy trail, and it's not hard to understand why. The Seven Falls Trail has great scenery, several water crossings, and culminates in picturesque waterfalls, a rarity in southern Arizona. This trail is best between October and April, and I would not recommend going in the summer because there are long stretches without shade. Seven Falls Trail is also considered moderate in all trails, making it enjoyable for new hikers and more seasoned hikers.
I would say that moderate is a fair assessment of this trail. It has some minor rock scrambling and water crossing that requires some care to get across. It's an out and back trail that is 8.5 miles in length with an elevation gain of 1,062 feet. Sabino Canyon does offer a tram to the trailhead for a fee. Taking the tram will cut the length of this trail in half. If you hike the entire 8.5 miles, it will take approximately 4 hours. The Seven Falls Trail is located in Sabino Canyon. You can park at the Sabino Canyon Recreation Area, but be aware there is a fee to park there. A day pass is $8 and a 7-day pass is $10. You can also purchase an annual pass for $40. If you are a Tucson native, this is a great investment since the pass can also be used on Mount Lemmon and Madera Canyon.
The America the Beautiful Pass is also accepted. Parking is limited, so on holidays or weekends, make sure you show up early.
There are restrooms at the recreation area for you to use before you start the trail. You'll pass another set of facilities before you get into the canyon.
From the recreation area, take the dirt trail to the east of the visitor center and follow the signs pointing you toward Seven Falls. Follow this trail until you reach a paved asphalt road. Approximately a half mile later, turn right at the paved road.
Walk about 500 yards until you get to a fork in the road. Take the path to the right, which will take you over 2 small bridges. Sometimes, when the snow melts in the mountains, the streams will overflow and cover these bridges. The current can be quite strong, so be careful crossing.
After the second bridge, there is another fork in the road. Again, take the path to the right and continue for another half mile. You'll reach the second restroom facility on the right. This site marks the end of the paved road, so continue forward on the dirt path.
Walk another half mile and you will reach Bear Canyon and the Seven Falls Trailhead. There is a bench next to the trailhead. This is where the tram stops if you opted to ride the tram rather than walk.
There is a small spigot near the bench, so if you want to refill your water, this is a great spot to do so. And honestly, the water tastes pretty good. The trail starts to the left of the bench. The first section of the trail is enclosed in brush, then opens up as you travel into the canyon. For much of the trail, you can see the creek that runs through the canyon.
Uphill before you reach the first creek crossing, but it is fairly level. As we mentioned earlier, this is a very popular trail. Remember trail etiquette and always yield to hikers traveling uphill. And if a hiker behind you is traveling at a faster pace, step out of the way and let them pass.
About a quarter mile from the trailhead, you'll encounter your first water crossing. The water level can vary depending on the time of year. In summer and fall, there may be little to no water.
But during the winter and after the snow melts on the mountains in the spring, the runoff can cause the water to rise as high as your waist.
Most of the year the water is about ankle deep, but the rocks can be very slippery. Trekking poles can be handy for balancing on the rocks as you cross the creek, but are not a necessity. Some hikers take their shoes off during the crossing to avoid getting them wet. If you have them, I recommend wearing hiking sandals or trail runners that will dry out. But you don't need anything special, just shoes with good tread.
trail winds back and forth across the creek for the next mile. There is some rock scrambling as you continue towards the falls.
One and a half miles from the trailhead, you'll come to an incline and a series of switchbacks. Over the next half mile, you'll ascend 400 feet, but your hard work is soon rewarded. As you approach the falls, you will have a breathtaking view from above. Hike the last quarter of a mile down to the base of the falls.
Here you can sit and enjoy a lunch break or take a dip in the cold pool. After you've rested, follow the trail back the way you came.
We've hiked this trail dozens of times, and it is no less amazing each time.
But the popularity of this trail can also have negative impacts. As a reminder to new and experienced hikers, always practice leave no trace.
Always carry out what you carried in. Don't leave trash behind, and don't ruin others' experience by blasting music or traveling in large groups.
If you choose to listen to music, do so respectfully by using headphones and not a speaker. And if you are traveling in a group, be wary of others around you and step off the trail to let individuals pass.
All trails race this hike is moderate.
When I think of a middle-of-the-road hike in Tucson, this is it. It's not too hard or too easy. I generally use Seven Falls Trail as a standard to compare the difficulty of other trails in the area.
If you are new to hiking and in good health, Seven Falls is a great trail to get started on. You don't need any special gear besides sturdy shoes and drinking water.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
If you've hiked to Seven Falls, let us know. Leave us a comment below.
And let's add our Seven Falls sticker to the board.